ComicCon. How's it going? Yeah. Yes, all right. I love it. Intimate. Welcome to the Nerdy Show presents The Blood on Batman's Hands. I am your host one of the hosts for today's panel. I'm Serag Meletian. Thank you. That's my name. Yeah, no, hold your applause. To my immediate left, your right, field agent for the Nerdy Show, Reese Turner. Give it up for Reese Turner, guys.
What's up, everybody?
Reese Turner. And the Damian Wayne to my Bruce Wayne. Right? Yeah.
That feels
Troy,
right.
yeah, everybody. Troy Stark, everybody. Give it up for Troy Stark.
Thanks for having me, Serag.
Yeah. Oh, anytime, man. Anytime. You're more than welcome. Anybody here been to a Nerdy Show panel before this weekend at all? Yeah, 1, 2. All right, cool. We got a few.
I've seen you two.
We've seen
You two, don't lie. Yeah, well, you too cool to
we
put
know
your
you all
hands
by
up.
name at this point.
So you guys already know a few things you gotta know about the panels. If you don't, just expect a lot. We might have some spoiler alerts. We're gonna spoil a couple things, probably Batman related. We're gonna talk about the movies and comics and whatnot. So,
But if you haven't seen Batman Forever by now,
yeah.
you deserve to have it spoiled for you. So
exactly. We all know it's probably the most underrated Batman movie. No. Yeah. Anyway, but we also, like most panels, they want to be informative, but also really boring. We do the opposite route. We like to be really funny and entertaining. So you're probably gonna go, hey, that's not accurate. That's not factual. Just enjoy it. Just laugh. Be like the Joker. Be a little crazy. All right. Just be nutty and enjoy it. And we will have a Q&A. Oh, I'm sorry? Let Snorlax win. You were at the death battle.
Oh.
Right on. Yeah. We had a death battle yesterday at one of our panels, and Snorlax won. You guys should have been there. It was awesome.
It was out of left field.
It was totally out of left field. It was wild.
He deserves it, though.
Yeah. We will do questions and stuff later if you want to, shout out all the things we got wrong or things you want to mention. But today we're going to be talking about Batman and the big question, the big old question: does Batman kill? Ponder. Will we now? Shall we? We know he doesn't like to use guns.
Sure.
Right? We definitely know he doesn't like to use guns.
Except that one with the hook at the end.
Right, yeah. Loves that gun. But that's the constant argument, right? When that Zack Snyder one came out there, the Batman vs. Superman did a lot of killing, and that people were complaining, saying, hey, that's not my Batman. He doesn't kill. But we were doing some research, and research at the Nerdy Show headquarters.
Yeah.
And we found that, indeed, he does kill. He kills quite a lot.
So many times.
That's a dead Joker right there.
So dead. But
Yeah.
he still looks happy. Look at that angelic look on his face.
It's what he always wanted.
Well, there's a lot, and not only does he kind of kill, and we'll show a lot of examples of that.
A lot.
A lot.
If you're not ready to see death, I'm so sorry. You're in the wrong place.
Yeah, exactly. But we are going to be talking a lot of death. But also, you could say he's also kind of to blame for some of the death that happened in his life, around his life. Jason Todd, for example.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. His mom and dad, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
if he didn't want to step out of the opera.
If he didn't want to go to the opera that night.
They'd still be living. Yeah, all right, perfect. Okay, so we all agree, all right?
Perfect reaction.
He's a murderous, rampaging monster. But maybe, I don't know, we'll try and justify at least some of these deaths that he's created in his...
I mean, I think that I think that at worst, Batman is like a serial manslaughterer.
A serial manslaughter artist.
Oh.
Like, look what he's doing to these people. We'll get into it. Oh, but some of the stuff he's done. Like, just look at the poor Joker. Do you remember how he ended up there, guys? He was making a clean getaway. And then Batman was just like, I'm going to attach this 1,400-pound gargoyle to his leg and see how his upper body strength is.
Yeah, as we all do. He wanted to help him out. He wanted to be like, I want to help you with your core strength.
You got to do more reps, bro.
Exactly, As we all know from, again, the Snyder films, he's a bit of a CrossFit guy. So, anyway. All right, okay. So we have a couple examples, couple panels here from comic books. I don't know if you could see right here. This is from Detective Comics number 30. He's right over there. I don't know if you could see. He's just kicking a guy's neck right there. Snap, boom. He's dead. He's very dead, all right? He's a henchman, just a regular old henchman, all right?
I would argue it's self-defense. If you take a look,
Yeah.
he's shooting.
He was shooting at him, right?
That's
So
classic self-defense.
do you think this is a lot like the
Okay, if we're getting up, do
Kennedy?
we have to stay at the desk?
If you want to stay at the desk, if you want to come up.
Okay, you get up. I'm going to wander around in case any of these people have some points to make.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you guys.
We're getting you guys involved today.
Yeah, if you don't think we're doing if there's something you want to point out in the panels,
Just yell at me. All right.
But I think this is totally justified, like you said, because he is shooting at him. It's early day Batman, right?
Early days Batman.
He doesn't
He's
know what's
got those
going
long
on.
ears that they're gonna get in the way so much later on, dude.
Long ears and long limbs.
But
Real long limbs.
He's
What,
all
skinny boy.
stretched out.
He's the John Jones of.
I'd kill
But
for
do we
those
know that
legs.
this guy was shooting at Batman? He might have been hunting.
No, that's he's hunting bat. Look at him. Look at the direction of the gun.
The Bat Hunter? No, that's not a villain.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. It's going to get dangerous up here, folks. So that's, I thought this was a pretty good example. Again, early days of Batman. He's still trying to get into the rhythm of things. He doesn't know quite. And also the writers weren't sure what the heck they were doing back then, right?
Right.
They weren't sure if he was going to be, a vigilante or some cool kind of Punisher type, I guess, or whatnot. So.
But so is this the first kill, or just a really, really good example of the fact that he is a kill?
I just think it's hilarious because the dude's just dangling from the window there.
It's just a funny.
Yeah, it's just a real fun panel. A lot of these deaths are fun too,
Yeah.
as all deaths are, I guess. Sometimes.
Not only does Batman teach us that killing is okay, but it is fun.
I truly feel like this could be justified, though. Could be an accident, honestly, in the court of justice. Right?
That's a justified homicide right there.
Yeah, Matt Murdock representing Batman. It's okay. It's a shared universe. Don't judge me. Yeah, he'd be like, look, Your Honor, my client Batman was swinging, lost control, was trying to protect his life, slipped, and snapped this guy's neck with his foot. What do you want to tell you?
Crazy. And then,
It works, right?
See, at least it's not like Peter Parker, because if that was Peter Parker, he'd definitely incriminate himself right after. You know what I mean? He'd be
If that was Peter Parker, this would be Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, we've made so many Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. I was very surprised at the amount of Gwen Stacy jokes we made.
Hail Hydra. Anyway, if that was Peter Parker, he'd snap his neck and then he'd be like, well, I don't know.
Cry about it, maybe. Go I have to pay rent or something. I don't know. Or
I was
talk
gonna
about
say,
rent.
he'd be like, oh, you're gonna need some webbing for that, or
Yeah.
a joke. But I'm not Peter Parker, so I don't.
So what do you guys think? You think this is a kill, or do you think it's just an accident? Don't count it on the score sheet of Batman deaths. What do you guys
If
think?
you were on the jury at the trial,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over to you, even though there's a microphone here. I don't know why I'm making this walk. I need my steps.
You need your steps, bro.
Well, it could be an accident. If you the
right?
angle, you could just have aim for the arm,
Absolutely.
aim for
Sure.
the head. Just
I was
Look
trying to
like you're
kick
wearing
the
a
gun out of his hand.
Yes. And does he speak for all of you? Yeah. All right. Okay. One person.
One
That's
person
great. That's all that
agrees.
matters. Yeah.
I'm gonna say maybe he was just, self-defense. That's a clean kill. Clean kill?
Clean. No, it's definitely Reese. It is a kill.
We're not keeping score here. We're
Why
just,
not? I want to keep scoring.
It's more. Is it
scoring this
justified?
That's a justified homicide.
Justified kill.
Clean.
I do like the argument that he was trying to kick the gun out of the hand, although the security footage shows that's clearly not true.
Yeah.
Find a court of law that will convict him.
I'm not entirely not convinced that he was just out for just a swing. Every once in a while, you have a swing, and this guy, he's bald, might have been a skinhead. We don't know.
That's the classic.
And then he's just like this, and he shot, and he's like, oh my god, and he just tried to dodge the bullet, and inadvertently snapped his neck.
That's the Bart Simpson defense. I'm just gonna do this, and if you get in the way, it's your own fault.
Perfectly legitimate. I believe it's called Stand Your Ground in Florida. You walked into that one, my friend.
Batman originally Floridian. Anyway.
In the case of Stand Your Ground, though, I do think that it's more likely that this is that dude's home.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna argue that Bruce owns the building, though. Okay.
We don't know for sure, but yeah, it could be his home. You're absolutely right. We never thought about that. I mean, yeah, if I had really done my research, I would have read the comic and really figured out the context of this building. But hey, anyway, I'm gonna say it's justified. I'm gonna say he slipped. All right, this is not.
justified.
Yeah, we're not gonna muddy his his record with this one. Next kill. Okay, this is a tough one to really. This is a tough one to explain. So this guy's called the KG Beast. Great name. Love it.
KG Beast.
Yeah, great. Awesome, right? He's basically, Batman is sick and tired of fighting this guy. He's like, I am so done with this dude, this Bane knockoff trying to fight me, all right? That eventually KG Beast is like, let's meet in the sewers and fight like real men. And Batman's like, sure, why not?
In the sewers.
Right, yeah. Where all henchmen and bad guys meet, right?
He's like, is this Killer Croc in a disguise?
Yeah, he's like, nothing about you is original. You got Croc's lair, you got Bane's mask, you're just awful, you're terrible. Anyway, so Batman just wants none of this, and he's like, I got a great idea. He lures him into the sewer. He's like, yeah, I'll meet you there. And instead what he does is he locks him in there.
Oh, seals him in.
So this is him just like, I'm going to board it up with a bunch of plywood, and I'm going to leave KG Beast to starve to death.
Wow.
Now, they do retcon this later, in later issues. They actually, Batman, I think, go, because they bring back KG Beast because he's such a lovable character of his rogue, in the Rogues Gallery. He said something like, I called the cops later or whatever to go pick him up.
Oh.
That's total, that's BS.
No.
I don't think that happened, but eventually they retconned it. But in the world, let's pretend he didn't. Let's just pretend this happened. It's really hard to justify this one.
But how
I don't
much
know.
later?
How much later? Good question.
Like, if you call the cops a year later, like, it's
Well,
not,
this is what I think. I think he called him a week later. Like, I forgot I forgot something in the trunk. Like, that's his, He's like, oh my God, KG Beast. I gotta call Gordon.
hey, Jim, there's a cadaver in the sewers. By the way, I got another one for you.
Entirely my fault, yeah.
I just like the little floor panel up just above him putting the stopper beams against that thick steel door. There's no remorse or anything in that man's eyes. He's out to murder.
Yeah,
there.
this isn't
He doesn't
like-
let him out.
This isn't like a keep him locked up for an hour while the cops get there.
Yeah. He's like a couple bricks and some mortar short of straight up like a horror movie.
It takes longer than an hour for cement to dry. You know, like it's.
I got a few questions. I don't know if you want to answer them, or maybe the audience, you might have some answers for this. But the plywood here, where exactly did he get this? Was it already in the sewer? Did he get Alfred to bring him?
He planned ahead, and that shows premeditation. That's murder one.
And did KG
That's murder one.
not notice the boards and building supplies down there when he walked in? This seems like normal and not a trap at all. Ooh, I can't wait to fight Batman.
I'm not entirely sure he didn't bring the tools because he's got, was that a socket wrench in his hand? Like,
Yeah.
he brought the tools.
Yeah.
He was
Him
going to use
using his
Batman, and he
tools.
just whipped like that. I lost the word for a second.
Do you think Batman learned how to board up doors from the League of Shadows? Where do you think he learned like that kind of handiwork from?
When he was training with Jesus, the carpenter.
Oh, right, okay.
He learned quite a bit from him, but apparently not to kill. Not to kill. How do you say that? Triple negative? He did not learn to kill from Jesus.
It's okay. They can't correct us on our grammar here.
I'm pretty sure most of them could.
It's free game. No, they can, but they're not allowed.
Correct our facts, not our grammar.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
So I can't. I'm having a tough time. Trying to justify this death. I think this is a real meditated type. Like he really thought. Yeah, premeditated. Really like thought about it. Really, went like, okay, I'm gonna lure him down there. I'm gonna make him starve to death.
Like he told Alfred, like, this is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
We got some thoughts over here. Let's check it out.
I mean, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's Schrödinger KGB, right?
Yeah.
Right. He both is and is not a murderer in this situation.
Oh, that's the best answer we could have for that.
Nice answer.
There's another.
Wait. Okay, you go to that mic. I'll meet you there with this other mic. We're gonna do it. I don't know why I'm gonna
You
do
just
this.
created more work for everyone. Dude.
I didn't plan this part.
I like how Troy isn't trying to help you at all with this.
No.
So I'm going to go the other way on this one. This isn't murder at all. This is the sewers, so he's got running water in there. There's rats he can eat. And given in New York City, I think he actually did KG Beast a little bit of a favor because he could never get an apartment like that.
Teach him how to sustain himself in the big city.
That's a great point.
Yeah. You said New York City, but we in Gotham City, right? Yeah.
Same thing.
Which is the same thing.
Gotham
It's practically New York City. Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
What you don't know is Gotham is actually on top of New York City. So now that he's under it,
Yeah. He's now oh, man.
gibberish. I got it.
No, it's okay. Apparently I don't have it.
Perfect.
All right.
Who's next?
I think that was a great, yeah. So you know what? He probably did survive that, and that's what they should have done when they wanted to retcon it instead of have Batman.
You should write for Batman.
Yeah.
I just lived in the sewer for 45 years.
This should have been the origin story for the Ratcatcher. Ooh. All right. Yeah. I tried. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna still put it. I don't know. I still think it's a pretty nasty death. But what do you guys think? That was a really.
That was a good. No, I'm gonna actually.
I was on your side until I heard that argument.
That's actually just. It sounds like Batman is just being a pretty swell dude.
Yeah, I think this panel is gonna end up being like.
I'm doing you a
justifying
favor.
Batman's kills.
That's not a kill. We just said that's moving help.
Sure.
2 out of 3.
Imagine having a friend as good as Batman to be like this.
Three,
Listen, I found you a place.
Yeah.
I've already got the tools. Just meet me there, and I'll move you right in. Nobody has a friend like that. I don't have a friend like that.
You can never leave, though. That's the catch.
Hotel California, right there in that sewer.
Yeah, we all love that song. All right. Not justified. That's great. I love this. This is amazing. All right, perfect. So Batman, clean slate. Awesome. Next up. Oh, this is an interesting one. This one he breaks his. Okay, so this here he's killing Darkseid.
Yeah.
This Final Crisis, I think issue 7, whatever. Anyway, one is this is him killing Darkseid. He actually breaks his cardinal rule. He uses a gun with a magic god bullet.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Magic God bullet.
Yeah, magic god killing bullet.
normal.
And he kills Darkseid. He's the one to do it, but he also dies in the process. He gets lasered or whatever. Anyway, he comes back. Spoiler alert.
He comes back.
Who does?
His journey is
Batman.
boring.
Is well.
See, I thought the double H was he was like, so he kind of like pooped himself a little.
Yeah.
Oh. So wait, they're dying at the same time here?
Oh wow!
I think he kills him, and then the next panel's like him, like, oh, I got shot in the boobie.
okay.
So like that's like a murder suicide.
Yeah.
A murder suicide.
Was it
Sure.
packed?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is heavy.
Heavy.
Oh, because of the alien physiology. So what you're saying is it was attempted murder for sure because he was going for the heart.
But Batman's just an idiot. Yeah, his eyes are both kind of open.
The new God's legal system.
The Nerdy Show legal system. That's
Yeah. That's
Right.
why. That's why I think it's justified, because I think Darkseid is kind of a good reason to break a rule of killing, right? Because he's gonna if you don't kill him,
Well, I mean,
he's
his
gonna
name-
enslave all of humanity and life
Yeah.
in the universe.
I mean, and that would be a bummer for sure, but like, does it justify killing?
I don't know. These are the questions we're asking, Troy. These are the tough, hard-hitting questions we're asking, and I think it's justified. Clearly you don't. Clearly you like what Darkseid's selling. You like this anti-life equation.
I'm just, Darkseid's advocate or whatever. But
Disciple. Anyway.
hey, I think that Darkseid needed to die, but it's still murder.
It is still murder. You're right.
a righteous kill.
Cool motive is still murder. I can't think of anyone that's gotten off because it was just such a rad murder.
O.J. Simpson.
I would love to be able. I was really holding off on that. I was very much not going to say it.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
We went a whole weekend with almost not mentioning
Bye,
him.
everybody. I'm so sorry for that. I'll just gonna go back here. Ignore me now. I'm just the voice behind the curtain.
We had a lot of OJ jokes planned for a lot of panels, and we decided to not do any of them.
Tough.
And we still bring them up.
Do we know if the murder happened on Earth? If it's on Apocalypse, the
Yeah.
planet? If it's on Apocalypse, is it under the Apocalypse legal
It's
system?
what he's asking. Is it the new God's?
Can
Yeah.
Batman
Who
still
knows?
be charged since he's not a resident of the Apocalypse?
You know,
He's
Well, I think you
again,
can still be
Liar.
charged under whatever criminal code of whatever place you
Yeah.
visit.
Well, I think that your argument and his argument together both kind of cancel each other out, right?
Who's got a
Because
question? I got you.
if he's a god, then it's not murder, except on his planet, he's a resident, so yeah, it's definitely murder.
But you can still, if you are not a resident of,
just-
say, the United States and traveled to the United States
No.
and murdered somebody, you're getting charged with murder regardless if you're a citizen or not.
I like that Troy is like, they should bring him to the Arkham Asylum of New God City or whatever.
Here we go. We got one in the crowd.
Batman makes up an ambassador certificate, and he says he has diplomatic immunity.
Oh, the Justice League issues diplomatic immunity for
The lethal weapon 3 defense, I believe.
2?
That's awesome.
2, lethal weapon 2. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, later.
I mean, this is a lot of very interesting arguments for why. But ultimately, he ends the life, so it's a kill.
Yeah,
I think,
it is
or
a
at
kill.
least the story leads us to believe that he ends the life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they both come back fine, fancy-free.
It's hard in the DC universe because, like, if you're only dead for 12 months, were you ever really dead? Like,
Heavy questions.
You were dead and no one was there to read it.
we have funeral for friends and stuff like that, and then boom, you're back.
I'd feel kind of pissed. I'd be like, yo, I cried a lot in front of people. That was hard for me. And now you're just
know.
here again, you jerk.
We know.
Buy me like a toaster oven or something.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna. Okay, all right, fair enough. So we put that in the kill doc then. That's what we're agreeing on.
He's dead, but
No, I think it was like as you said, if he doesn't kill, there'd be a lot more death. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's justified.
It's justified.
And I'm assuming this didn't just come out of nowhere. He didn't just
Perfect.
pop out and be like this. Gotcha.
Awesome.
There must have been a fight there, right?
that's how I would kill
Self-defense.
Darkseid. by the way.
Justified column. I love this. I love it.
If I had
Justified
to kill
season 3. Let's
Darkseid,
do
it
it.
would be a sneak attack.
All right, I think I got one more panel. Oh, this is a real sad one. All right. So this is Batman hanging a mental patient who was like mutated by, I don't know, like chemicals or something.
Yeah.
Became really super strong.
Yeah.
And this is how he settled it.
Yeah.
This is how he was like, I'm going to take care of this situation.
Batman was real sick.
Hanging him into the sunset.
Yeah, he put
Real
him around
romantic.
town.
Real romantic.
There's the Peter Parker like quip I was asking for.
You're right.
Ouch.
Just hang in there, right? Like something like that, yeah. I have a tough time justifying this one because I feel like he would have made an antidote, right, to whatever juice that guy had to make him all, bruh, right? Monstery. But again, this was actually, I think,
How
said
long did he
Batman
fly
number
around with
1
him
when
up
I
there?
looked up the panel and stuff. I didn't read the issue, but. So I'm thinking, again, the writers just had no idea what they want to do, what kind of character Batman is. But I like it that in the, context of his whole history of things, he did this. At one point, this is something Batman did.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Does anyone want to try and defend this one? I think you will have a tough time. Okay. Okay.
That guy isn't even a real criminal. He's not really a criminal.
Not even a criminal, you're right.
He's insane. He's
Right.
a mental patient.
No, in Gotham, it's illegal to be insane.
Oh, I see. That's why Arkham is there. All right, thanks.
Batman's just upholding the law. If it's illegal to be insane, then he's just taking care of it.
That's right. It's
Well, he said it was illegal, not a capital crime. Like you don't murder people because they double parked. It's kind of fucked up.
Yo, you saw the next panel already?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Taking a break there? Yeah. Okay, it's just got to hydrate. All right, I would have brought it to you.
Working on my step game, remember?
All right, fair enough. All right, so definitely we can't justify this one, and I love it. All right, so we got, he's doing pretty well,
Wait,
though.
someone can justify it. I'll go.
You go? Oh.
I'm just going to go ahead and say in this downtime that I would like to know how long that he was flying around with him up like that.
I'd say at least.
Because like he's not just does he cut him loose or does he like touch down and kind of like smush him on the way down?
I love your justification. It's like he's doing him a favor. He's giving him a nice view of the city,
So my justification of this is that it's not murder, it's reckless endangerment. Because clearly what is going on here is that Batman forgot to bring in his cargo lifting strap and then flew over the yard of the mental hospital and accidentally tangled that guy's neck in his cargo lifting rope. So he's not completely in the clear, but it's not a premeditated murder. It's more of just
this.
a
This
Wow.
is a good defense.
Wow, are you a lawyer?
And how do you justify he's probably better off that way?
Yeah. Please.
I justify that one by being blind and not able to read the writing on the screen.
Okay, that's a good defense.
That's a great defense. I
Doesn't
think that
get
is the
Batman
best
off the hook,
defense.
but it'll get you off the hook.
All right, so yeah, that was a great panel.
What do you guys think? Justified now? No. Yeah. What do you guys think, huh?
No, I think that's
That's straight up murder.
yeah. or because he was in an asylum, maybe he thought that he was flying a kite for a little bit, or he could fly and he tried to catch. And he threw like a
yeah,
last
he didn't know what was going on.
And then there he goes for no, he did it. He murdered him. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Look, it's still a pretty good record.
So far, we have one murder out of
That's pretty good.
So I think now we're going to go to the movies and see who wore it best. And I'm not talking about costumes. I'm talking about the blood on each of their hands. Who wears the blood the best, right? Is it Nipple Batman? Is it Bale? Is it Batfleck? Keaton's done some killing too, as we established.
The one who wore it best, both the murders and the outfit, is of course Michael Keaton. This is over.
Oh, see, I don't know though, because
If you say George Clooney, I will fight you.
No, he just killed the franchise for a little bit. That doesn't count. Doesn't count.
He is the true killer. You're right. I guess he just
no, that blood is straight up on Clooney's hands, not Batman's.
It's certainly not Schumacher.
I mean, I think that Snyder's Batman does the most killing. I think that Christian Bale has the most death in his world.
Sure, he does murder a whole Assassin's Guild, but again,
Yeah.
they're an Assassin's Guild.
I would argue that Michael Keaton murders the entire population of Gotham when he drags those poison gas balloons all through the city before he takes it up.
That
Yeah.
doesn't kill people.
It does. That was the whole thing about that gas. It makes them
go
laugh. They
insane,
poop.
and then
They
the
die.
insanity kills the people.
Yeah, well, it's by action of the gas and the poop. I put the poop in there, but I figured that would happen.
I think that it's so hard. What's the best kill for Keaton then?
The Joker kill. It was amazing. He made a great shot with his little grappling gun twice. Once to hit him in the ankle, and then once to hit the gargoyle. And then, that's all he did. The rest was the Joker's fault. He could have let go and just dangle from the gargoyle, but it's like this. No, I got to get my reps in, bro. No pain, no gain. And then he had a lot of pain.
But when Christian Bale killed both the Joker and Two-Face.
He didn't kill Joker.
He just left him hanging up there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he didn't do one of the last panels to him? After this camera cut away, he didn't just choke out?
No.
Ra's al Ghul. Well, he thought he killed him, and then he did kill him.
Again. Killed him twice.
But did
he
he
killed the
have
fake
enough
Ra's
food?
al Ghul before he killed the real one. Yep.
Michael Keaton killed the penguin.
Which, that's my favorite death, because then all the penguins gather around, the big old penguin. It's super cute. Anyway.
We got one here. You go first because you got it in here.
Doesn't Michael Keaton destroy a whole factory by just blasting a machine gun?
Yeah,
with
that's
a
correct.
Batmobile
So I stand by Michael
and
Keaton.
blowing up
Thank you.
everything with all the minions inside? That's right. That's a lot of murder.
Yep. Also, Michael Keaton in Batman Returns, we forget that he burned alive a guy with his mother on his car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right.
He fight a big guy and put a grenade in his pants and throw it down, and then he explodes.
The ultimate death, yeah.
Yeah. So I think Keaton is the worst and most creative of all.
He's the one that enjoys the killing the most,
He wore it best.
Okay, that's an argument that I can get behind, because I still think there's more blood on Christian Bale's hands.
Yeah, but he didn't wear it that well. It's like he was wearing Crocs.
It was a burden to him instead of an accessory.
Yeah, that's true. Technically, could also Rachel's death be on his hands as well,
Yeah, but no one cares about that.
No one does, of course. But, Bruce does.
I hit someone real hard when he said that.
Someone's a real big Maggie Gyllenhaal fan. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Generations of blood on his hands.
I'm kind of disappointed that Adam West isn't up there, to be honest.
That giant bump.
I know, right?
Who knows the fallout that thing caused? And this was in the 60s. Those were dirty bombs, okay?
He had a spray, like an anti-radiation spray, somewhere in the Batcave. You don't have to worry about Adam West.
I find it hard because Christian Bale, he makes a lot of collateral damage. So it's very hard to evaluate the degree because, a building or a car is destroyed. Were there people inside? Christian Bale is very hard to evaluate, but I think the nuclear fallout is pretty spot on.
Yeah, it's hard to beat nuclear fallout.
Yeah, I would argue that that's true.
And he does drive the Batmobile through just like anything he wants. You know?
Anything. And he doesn't
Bank,
care.
who cares?
And we got another.
Michael Keaton was the first one to teach a very mature-looking teenager to kill, though. So.
Robin? Christopher McDonald? Is that his name? No, what's the name of the...
Christopher Robin. Christopher Robbins.
Wasn't that like Val Kilmer or George Clooney? It was Kilmer. That was Kilmer.
Sorry, not Keaton. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Val Kilmer's pretty dreamy too.
No, right?
You're still more accurate than us, so it doesn't matter. You're doing great.
I'm reaching a bit, but Christian Bale, collateral damage, because of the ending of the second movie, the son of Gordon becomes a psychopath and kills people.
Yeah, he does create him. Yeah, in the origins of the comic books and stuff. Yeah, he's a nasty dude in the comics. Yeah,
Batman creates all his villains. So
he does.
Collateral damage.
Red Hood, do you have any? What do you think? You must be pretty pissed.
We have a question here. So.
Sorry, Adam West should be up there for indirectly killing a porpoise because when him and Robin was tied up to the buoy, Penguin shoots a torpedo with the submarine and
it kills a porpoise.
So you're saying a porpoise is way more important than nuclear fallout? That's what we're gonna go with.
Your species.
Porpoises have purpose.
Plus he messed up that shark with that spray.
That shark deserved it.
So, all right, what's the winner? Because we gotta go to the next thing.
People seem to really think
nobody's even picked Clooney at all, so we can just ignore that.
Kill the franchise.
Another life. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So who is that? Don't say Snorlax. All right, I'm telling you, we gotta do this right, you guys. We gotta do this right. I was gonna go with Keaton the whole time, honestly. Hold on, nuclear. You make up a really good point, man. You made a really good point about nuclear fallout. I think honestly, Bale's kind of in the lead right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think, but it's okay. I think that it's between Christian Bale and Keaton, and it's all about, is it like, okay, in the question of who wore it better. Is it no, hold on. Is it better to have 12 tuxedos, Christian Bale, or like one amazing tuxedo?
One amazing tuxedo, Michael Keaton, everybody.
Because like the volume versus style is,
yeah.
And it seems like you're all about the style. So Keaton, I think, has to take it.
Okay, let's try this. Let's just scientifically. We're gonna do this scientifically.
For Keaton.
Okay, Michael Keaton, go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna have a palate cleanser. George Clooney. Okay, perfect. Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton wins.
Yeah, Michael Keaton wins it. Oh, wonderful.
Oh, thank you guys. We got a question.
He's the most murdery Batman ever.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I'm so slow. I'm trying. I got. Look. There's somebody who wants to ask a question. I'm trying my best. I'm no Flash. Let me tell you that much. And here we go.
Okay. Other than Christian.
Do you want me to go? So do you want me to go back so it helps you? Yeah.
So, other than the 5 on screen, there's no picture of Ben Affleck as Batman.
That's the 5th one.
All right.
That's okay. I was like, I got glasses too. Yeah.
We did blur his face a little bit because I don't like to look at it, but
he's got a hell of a chin, though. Look at that chin.
He had one request, and he was like, just blur his face a bit, or else I'm going to be furious. So I tried to do that. All right, so I don't know if you guys, I want to just talk a little bit about, you guys are all familiar with The Killing Joke, right? It's a great, it's a comic book.
Quintessential Batman story.
All right, settle down. Anyway, no, it's a good story.
It's not exaggerating to say that that's a staple Batman story.
He's right.
But as you all know, the last panel, last page of that comic book, Joker tells a joke to Batman after a horrible night that he put Batman and James Gordon and his daughter Barbara Gordon through. Tells him a joke. They laugh, and there's this whole question of what's happening. Is he killing the Joker? Is he not? There's this whole debate, right? I wasn't sure about it. I always just thought the ending sucked, honestly, until a few years later when somebody actually told me, like, oh no, this is why he kills him, gave me all these reasons for it, and I'm like, I kind of went back to it and enjoy it a little bit more now. I got another panel here where it's a little closer. You can kind of see he's kind of holding the Joker here. A lot of people say he's holding his neck and he's choking him out while he's laughing. Another reasoning is because the title is called The Killing Joke. It's, the joke that kills the Joker, if you will.
Well,
it's the final story for the Joker. But anyway, I was just curious what you guys thought because I love your opinions on these things and I want to hear them.
I thought like the name of The Killing Joke was more like about like it's the joke that the Joker does to try and bring Batman to the point of killing. Right, like what will set him over the edge?
Right,
and it's like to Joker, it's all a practical joke what he does to Barbara and all this stuff. But getting Batman over that line is the punchline for Joker. Does he do it?
Does he
land the joke or not?
Yeah, and is it supposed to be ambiguous because it's one of those. It's not really it's not considered canon except it was and then it wasn't. But anyway. I don't know, Reese. I don't know. You've got actually the Killing Joke tattooed on you.
This is the ending of The Sopranos to me.
Fair enough.
It's one of those things. I like to believe that was it. That pushed him over the edge, and that was it.
Yeah, because
that's what I like to think, but that's
winner. Yeah, no, because also like the laughs here kind of die out towards the end.
Yeah, the cars are coming toward because those are cars. I'm not mistaken in saying that those are cars behind Batman and the Joker, right?
Yeah,
they're coming towards.
So he's holding him into traffic.
No, yes, the police cars. But don't you think if it was actually a police car that they would put siren noises instead of vree?
It's just.
Oh, that's a siren noise?
These are siren noises, but the laugh dies out.
Gotham City has the most annoying police cars ever. Vree! Oh shit, run! Yeah. Vree! Oh, the fun police! No, I like to think those are just. That's it. He's dead. He's dead. He's putting him in a car. He's dead.
So the cop show up. Jim shows up. He gets out of the car.
And then he's just like this.
He's like, "What happened here?"
Because I always like that theory.
That's why it's the perfect Sopranos ending. The guy walks in, everything goes black. You get to fill in your own page. Does he kill him? Does he not kill him? Is that a teachable moment? Do they have a teachable moment where his hand's on his shoulders like this? Man, you really got to stop fucking with people so much, all right?
This is the moment where the Joker realizes he went too far.
That's it, yeah, and he straightens his life back up.
Oh, man, I never realized what I've been doing to you, Batman. Like, your life must have been rough.
Yeah. That silence
must be a burden.
That silence is a moment of mutual understanding and respect. They gaze into each other's eyes, and then Joker gets tackled by like 12 cops. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he kills Joker.
Yep.
There's
no right or wrong answer. I just love hearing your voices.
I'll tell you this much. If Batman didn't kill Joker that night, Jim Gordon did.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Joker died that night.
Yeah. One way or another, he's dead. I'm sure you guys have opinions on it. And again, you can yell at. Oh, okay, cool. You can yell at them now. Yeah.
I'm gonna come to you.
Go, Reese. Go now.
I'm doing it. No. Just you stay there. I'm coming. Oh, no.
I think he can clearly go for the insanity defense in that case. So technically, it's not murder.
So that Batman goes for the insanity
Yeah,
defense.
it goes clearly insane because
Twist.
of Barbara and everything.
That's actually that
works well.
That's a legit point.
Grief.
Yeah, it's a crime of passion.
Back here.
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, like, how often has the Joker gone the insanity defense? It's like, is there still like a judge in Gotham who's like, oh God,
it's actually
we're still giving you the insanity defense? It's like, I mean,
it's like the main defense in Gotham courts. Have you ever seen Arkham?
I'm insane.
Yeah.
Arkham is very full. There's a comment over here. You?
Oh, is there? Well,
Who had their hand up?
I think it was this gentleman right here.
This lady's pointing at you.
I pointed at the sleeping guy.
oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, wake people
Oh,
up,
I
man.
see.
All right, cool. So whether or not, as we know, Batman kills in the movies, kills in the comics, but I'll tell you what, the Batman that never kills, the righteous Batman, the best Batman, is obviously the animated series Batman. He's the winner of all. He never kills. He's our hero.
Yes.
And with that, we've got about 4 minutes left, so we'll open it up to questions. If you guys have any questions
Sure.
or things we missed or things you want to talk about,
Just
get off your
stuff
chest.
we got wrong.
Yeah, please. This is our favorite part.
What about the video games? What about the?
Yeah, you're just
Arkham
kicking
games?
ass in that the whole time.
But I think you're just giving everybody
I'm pretty
concussions.
Sure he killed some of them by accident.
Totally.
It's really hard because like when you knock someone out and then you look away to see if there's like treasure in the corner and you look back and
Treasure.
their body's gone. It's really hard to like. Did he just like wake up and get out of there or like what
I
happened?
love that you called it treasure. This is what you have
One question
treasure.
over here.
Well, if the animated series Batman technically created the Joker by making him fall into acid vats and
Uh-huh.
many more of his villains, isn't he responsible of those kills?
They're not kills though. They're like rebirths, if you will. If he's like
For the
creating
Joker,
them.
but he's talking about
Oh.
the victims of the Joker.
Oh, the victim. Of the,
Yeah.
Oh, like
Yeah.
The blood would
oh,
arguably be on his hands, but it's a cartoon. You never see anybody die in a cartoon.
No. They don't die. They just get all smiley.
They get all smiley. That's it.
Right?
They're just
They
having
get
a
all
nap.
Joker gassed.
In the middle here.
Oh,
No, stay.
Oh no, you're here now.
he's everywhere.
Changed since last time I did this. Okay, so I've got a
Yeah.
general Batman question,
Sure.
and it's what happened to the contractors that built the Batcave?
Oh.
Because it's almost impossible. Just him and Alfred could have built that giant cave with all that equipment in there and like
It's,
secret doors and everything. So
It's
that's like
Lucius, right? It's all subcontracted through. Is that his name? Lucian.
Lucius. No, it's Lucius.
Why did I doubt myself? It's him. He's like, look, he wants like an infinity pool under his house. And it has to be bulletproof. I don't know. I don't know about the contractors.
I think he got a bunch of Robins to make it for him.
Oh, that's what happened to Robin's family for real.
Yeah.
He probably got a bunch of people without no visas and built a Batcave and send them back home.
Ooh,
Oh, at least he sends him back home. All right.
undocumented League of Assassins.
I mean, do you guys know about the practice of, if you want a house to be full of luck and you build house and everything, you just like kind of brick someone in there?
Wait,
I don't know, but I got a great panel idea for next year. What happened to the contractors that built the Batcave?
Okay, one more over there.
Where?
Back where you just were.
We got a couple. One sec.
Okay, it's a general question. What do you think about Robert Pattinson is going to be the next Batman?
So
Robert Pattinson is going to be the next Batman.
I don't mind. I was kind of offended at first, but I was like, that jaw looks great under a cowl.
Right? I thought the same thing.
He's sexy. Bruce Wayne's supposed to be sexy. I'm so tired of these unsexy Batman that we've had for the past few films.
I genuinely feel like the director matters more than the actor at this point. So
and Matt Reeves is pretty dope.
if you can
So,
make,
Yeah.
there's worse people that have been cast as superheroes that worked out.
Yeah. Can I be honest? A decision like who's the next Batman isn't like, I don't know, who do you want to take? Like, they're going to make it, they're going to audition the hell out of them. They're going to put them through a rigorous process.
If it's not
I'm
Idris
sure they
Elba,
picked him
then
for-
just like who cares?
Who
right?
cares? Exactly. If it's not Idris Elba, I don't mind.
Can I go back to the question about Darkseid? Is it
Sure,
still
man.
murder if he comes back?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's in the context of the situation.
No, it is still murder, but here's the thing. Now if he murders him again, he can't be tried for it. That's called double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy.
But the first time is definitely murder, yeah.
Is that any more questions? Any more things? No?
I hope
So
you
we
learned
answered it all? We're the ultimate Batman experts? Is it official? Will the alternate? That's what the point of the panel was.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, and we think that he murdered a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's what it is. So the next time you hear somebody go, "Batman doesn't kill," you can go, "No, I was at this very informative panel.
They took it very seriously.
3 stoners talked about Batman." That's it, guys. That was the panel. Thank you guys so much. We're the Nerdy Show.
Follow us here
tonight.
and here.
The video game panel. 3 o'clock. Yep, it's gonna be fun. Back here, right?
5:14.
5:14.
5:14.
All right. Thank you, guys.